2007, I guess they call it 2007.5 Dodge Ram 2500 heavy duty, 6.7 Cummins with a 6-speed manual transmission, and sometimes referred to as the millennial anti-theft device. I'll pull it out and give a good walk around, take it for a test ride. A couple things it does have down here. It does have the turnover fifth wheel hitch in it. However, I did replace the bed, and I'll show pictures of the damaged bed, with the damage from that created the repair title. I did not drill the holes. I have the chain ties that are underneath the seat, and the hitch is there, which is the bed is not drilled for it. Bed is lined. There's like a small dent there, and a little bit of the lining's torn off right here. But for the most part, everything in here is very straight. Some tie downs in there. It's got the 8-inch rocker panel trim on it. I have two sets of these wheels that will go with it. They are exactly the same wheels, same size wheels, same exact wheels. They both have tires on them. This is more of a highway tread. The other one is a little bit more of a mud and snow type tread. And I believe these are 265s. The other ones are 285s. According to the door sticker, these are this correct size. This just happens to be the ones I have on right now. When I bought it, it had the other ones on. I think it drives a little nicer with these on. It does have 4-wheel disc brake. Some Lund Nerf bars. The original ones that were on it were damaged. I have a crack in the corner of the windshield right here. That came when we were setting the hood on, and this wasn't my side. I won't say whose side it was, but as we were bolting it on, it dropped onto the corner of the windshield right here and cracked that. Put new mirrors on it. They're extending mirrors that will extend out farther, and it's got the turn signal indicators there, and for the driver's side, it's got turn LEDs around right here to show when your turn signals are on. First start of the day, I've noticed that if it's not a real warm day, a lot of times the glow plugs won't even come on. We'll see if they do now. It's approximately, well, it's 6:45 right now, and it's almost 70 degrees here, which is a little bit rare. Yeah, it's showing no glow plugs, so it says I'm okay to start right away. I'll back it out, do a walk around. Big mirrors, got to be careful coming out of here. talk. Okay, so a couple of main things that I wanted to point out is that on this vehicle, the damage that got it to repair title, it occurred, and some of this is guessing on my part, it had a bad steering box in it. You can turn the wheel any direction you want, but the wheels did not move. The steering box was, there was absolutely no connection between the input and the output on it. And this side, pretty confident that what happened is ran into a telephone pole, scraped the whole side of the truck, broke the mirror off, put some dents along the side of it here, and so it had a damaged front fender, damaged doors, and damaged bed on this side. I bought a new front fender, I bought 2 used doors, and I bought a complete bed off of another truck. This bed came off of a half-ton, same size bed. Basically just unbolted the other one, bolted this one back on. The other one had damage to this side of the bed, probably repairable by a good body man, but I chose not to do that. I chose just to bolt the parts on. A couple things I want to show about the quality of my paint job is, I'm not sure if it can be captured here on the video or not, but they say it's either low pressure or technique, but there is orange peel to it. I'm not sure if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that, I think. There is some orange peel to it, and that orange peel is in the clear coat. It's not in the paint. The paint did turn out good. After driving it a while, I've noticed some errors that I made in my paint, and I'll show you those. One day as I was getting out of the truck, I looked on my hood, which you can barely see it right now, but you can see a light spot right there that I did not get the blue cover on. Looking across on the other side, the doors were red, and you can see I did not get the top of the doors real well. If you're on top of the truck, you can see that. There's a little bit of red on the inside of the door. But in other words, I didn't get my gun good from above. A little bit more idea of the orange peel. The paint is a Wanda paint from Napa, and then their clear coat too, their universal clear coat. That fender, that door, and the cab are still the original paint. The rear bumper, it did have a ping in it right here. It did not look too bad, but it also had a little bit of a bend to it. It was closer to the bed, so I put a brand new bumper on it. That bumper is not used, it's new. And I still do have the old parts too, if you're interested in having those parts with it. I have the old bed, I have the old bumper, I have the doors, which they'll have the regulators and the windows and everything in them. The Nerf bars, they're new. I ordered them new as well. The trim, I ordered all that new. It did not have the fender well trim on it when I got it, but I've seen a couple of trucks with that fender well trim, and I like the look of it, so I ordered that as well. I saw a truck online that had this trim with that 8-inch rocker chrome, and I thought that looked nice, and I decided to match that. The emblems were torn off it when in the accident, so I bought a couple online. I did measurements on the other side and how they were placed, and I placed them on this side the same. I did not replace the headlights, and you can even see some of the scraping, a little bit of a scraping on the headlight. Wish I had done that. That was an extra $100. I should have just ordered a set and put on there. But they do function. This side over here has some fogginess on the top. The grill was broken on the other one, and so I did order a brand new grill. The front bumper had damage to this part here and a ding down here, which I still have that as well. But I found one online, or I believe it was Craigslist, for a couple $100, and it was a complete one, so I purchased that. So that is a used bumper there. Used bumper, new fender, used doors, and used bed. New Nerf bars, new trim, new mirrors. Has the original stereo in it. You know, I'm going to go ahead and pull the hood open real quick. It has DPF delete and the EGR delete. That kit had been done to it before I bought it, and I bought it in the wrecked state. I had to put a couple batteries in it. Both batteries were dead when I got it, so put a couple new batteries in it. That was last summer. It's been about a year, I guess. And because it has the DPF and the EGR delete, then what you wind up doing is you wind up getting all kinds of check engine codes coming up. So I believe what happened is they had a tuner on it and they kept the tuner, and so what happens when you keep your tuner, if you don't put it back to stock, then your tuner is married to the VIN code. So I bought a Race Me tuner for this specific vehicle that has, you know, for the 6-speed and the 6.7 with the DPF and the EGR delete. It comes with 3 tunes. It comes with the tow tune, the economy tune, and the power tune. Right now I've got it on the economy tune. It seems like there's plenty of power in that. I did use the tow tune in order to tow a 66 Chevy 3/4 ton, approximately 150 miles the other day, and I was very pleased with, you know, the performance of it. I do notice that when I press the clutch in, let's wait for that beep to go away, you can hear more noise. It would seem that that's a throwout bearing. I'm not sure if that's what that is. I watched a couple YouTube videos, and I guess that some of the clutches have like a dampener in the plate, that those dampeners wear out and then they'll start making that type of noise. It does not affect the way it drives. There is no chatter, no slipping. I replaced the steering box. I did not put the stock steering box back in it. I put in what's called a Borgeson steering box. You lay the two boxes side by side, and it looks like there's absolutely no way that it will ever fit in this truck, but they actually do bolt right in. They are a direct replacement, but it looks like it's almost twice the size of the original box, and it's a pretty good upgrade to put that better steering box in here. Because obviously that was the problem with the well, that's what caused the accident, in my opinion. There's a tie rod in that was sloppy on the left hand side when I went to do a lube job on it, so I replaced that tie rod and center link, because that was about the most economical way to order those parts. Steering stabilizer, I replaced that as well, as long as I was down there. Towing going uphill, half of it was an empty trailer coming back downhill. The place I took it to was up in the mountains. I am willing to deliver this truck for a reimbursement of my costs. However, I would be driving it there. I would not be trailering it. There's the LED blinker indicators that are on the mirrors. It's kind of a nice little feature. If you become a little forgetful, like I get once in a while, and you're driving down the road with your blinker going and you're in third gear rather than you're in high gear, these are all things that will help you. I do like using the auxiliary input on the stereo. I plug a charger into my phone and put the phone up on the other end when I'm taking a road trip, and I just listen to Pandora. AC's on right now. I'm going to turn it off because it's 67 degrees outside, and the AC in this is absolutely chilly, which is what you want. Even on the economy tune, this has a tremendous power. I'm just extremely pleased with the 3 different tune selections that come with it. Cruise control. All that works good. All the lights work. I did have to replace a bulb and one tail light. Let me change the odometer. It's got 114,900 miles on it exactly right now. What a coincidence. So about ready. It'll turn over 115 pretty soon. By Cummins standards, that's low miles. Making a 4-mile loop here. Just now getting the 6th gear. It's revving about 1,700 RPM, doing 55 miles an hour. Brakes all seem really good. Good receiver hitch on the back. Wiring works. And wiring has a 4-plug plug-in underneath the bumper in the wiring harness, and the 8-hole that's on the bumper. That's all just stock stuff, and it was already there. When I pull back in, I'm going to pull over to my parts pile so I can show the parts that I pulled off of it. Some people prefer the 5.9, some people prefer the 6.7. Never owned a 5.9, so I can't say anything compared to it to the 6.7. The biggest reason why I went seeking a 6.7 is just what I've heard when I'm near a 5.9. They're so horribly noisy. 6.7s are so much more quieter. But then they used to say, if you want a good diesel, get a noisy one. I have a bunch of angry crows out here. If whoever buys this is not interested in these parts, so they're just stacked out here in a metal pile that will be going to the salvage. Oh, I did fail to say that the hood was damaged. Down there in the front, you can see that. There's the front door. There's the rear door. You can see the Nerf bars. And here is the bed. This side of the bed looked good. I just took it easy on myself. There's the bumper that was damaged. It was mainly the plastic pieces, but there is down here a dent there. There's the rear bumper there. You can see the dent down there. And I just opted to put new ones in. Those are the holes right there that I have not drilled in the new bed. And the way to do that is basically center the hole for the turnover ball, drill up from underneath, and then put your big hole in on through the top. We're using that center hole as a guide. The other two, the chain locks, those can basically be drilled from underneath, so you get them in the right spot. And they're underneath the rear seat. It's a good looking truck, good running truck. Oh, also failed to mention, it does have the exhaust brake on it too, that functions. Electronic 4-wheel drive switch. I believe that's on the fly. Has cargo light, and it has the fog lights on the front. They come on while you have dim lights on. And I believe that's everything that I can tell you about it. Power locks, power windows, has a fob, does not have remote start. I'm not sure they even have a remote start with a standard transmission, because you have to have your clutch in when you start your engine. I suppose that can be overridden just like anything else, but I do know that there's quite a few that have the remote starts on them that are diesel, but I've only seen those in automatic. Well, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be posting it for sale today on eBay.